All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. I don't know what you're talking about with being 4 hours late to stream. I couldn't possibly imagine what you could be referring to. There was surely no scheduling mistake that was made last night. Nothing of the sort. Of course not. That would be weird, right? That would be unusual. It would just be so out of character. Anyway, we're playing Resident Evil. Again. What was I? Oh yeah, we're doing Chris. Chris Redfield. And where we left off, I was near the end of the mansion portion of the game. So, good progress has been made. And we're also kind of, like, we're past the hardest part of it, in my opinion. In my opinion. The chat says differently, I don't know what you mean. I have no idea what you could be referring to. I always feel like getting Chris started is the hardest part of playing Chris in RE1. But once you've got the ball rolling, you're good to go. Anyway, hold on. You can hear it starting up. You know, you're actually 5 hours early. It's 4 hours, by the way. 4 hours. 9 a.m. was 4 hours ago. Not that 9 a.m. is relevant to the discussion at all. I don't know where that came from. Couldn't tell you. That doesn't get old. It scared the shit out of me as a kid, too. I always thought that was freaky. Oh, to be a toddler playing Resident Evil. Akira, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Oh, we're not doing Jill anymore. It's Boulder time. I saved 3 times already? Okay. I've made this harder on myself, apparently. Giving us an extra hour to make us feel better? I know. Okay. I only played this last 2 days ago, so I shouldn't have the hardest time. Remember? Okay, we're not as close to done here as I thought we were. I do... How many shotgun shells do I have? 31? Okay, I'm off to a pretty solid start here, if I do say so. Not to brag. There's gonna be zombies about still. I remember leaving a good handful around to save ammo. Leon versus Ethan Winters, who would win? Leon, 0 diff. Ethan's head explodes. That was a zombie. The way that he just kind of like popped into view for only a second. Okay, where's the baby picture? We're speedrunning here. Middle-aged man. Only because I can't believe I haven't done this puzzle yet. There's the baby. So, baby. Then what comes after baby? Isn't there one that's like an infant, toddler, young man? Is not what I'm looking for. An infant. Should be one of a boy. And then that one all the way on the end is an old man. I'll never forget. Okay, boy, young man, middle-aged man over here. I actually, like, it's weird to me that I never did this earlier on. I can't be the only one who typically does this puzzle, like, right near the start. You know, because you come back here to get the item box, and it's open already. You can just get her done. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Considering Ethan dies in the first 20 minutes of the game. Even weird mold lore Ethan does not win, in my opinion. Because he's all moldy. But he can't really do much. Comparing him to Leon, he doesn't stand a chance, is like the only thing. Any Leon post RE2 is kind of just stupidly overpowered, at least within like the Resident Evil universe. Uh-oh. Oh god, he's kind of cooking. Why is he moving so fast? You stay back, demon. Oh, come on, man. Okay. I 100%. Oh, well, I guess I would have had to come back. I was going to say I totally could have dodged him and not spent that ammo, but we would have had to come back through here anyway. Might as well just drop him right there. It's very possible at this point Leon's not entirely human anymore. You're not wrong. I don't know what he is. This dog's gotta go. Could be run past, but hear me out. I personally hate running by dogs in classic Resident Evil games. I actually, like, they annoy me so much. I can't even express to you. They're just so inconsistent. Like, I feel like I can never consistently dodge a dog in one of these tank control games. Feels like half the time I get through so easy, like it took no effort. The other half I get stuck and bit like 3 times. Granted, that's typically if there's more than one, that you get stuck on one and then the other runs up and bites you and it's a shit show. But dogs, I prefer to not run past. Let me just grab the other 2 crests and plop those in while I'm right here. Then later when we come through with the last one, we just have to drop that. I don't have to carry like a whole half inventory of these crests around. Chris looks like he's 25 at most. Chris is like aging in the weirdest way possible. I don't even know what the fuck is going on with him at this point. Because seriously, I feel like Chris's age like ping pongs. Am I the only one who thinks that he looks older in 6 than he does in 7? Am I the only one? Hopefully Jess isn't here. Leon looks 25 at most. I don't know. In 6? In 6, Leon could be like 30. He still looks younger than he is for sure, but I would say that Leon looks like he's like 30. How old is Chris in 8? How old would he be? Hold on. So Chris, I'm gonna have to hold on. Chris was born in 1973. So he's supposed to be 25 in this game. What year is Village canonically? I don't even know, to be honest. 2021? The wiki's saying... Yeah, the wiki says 2021. So if he was born in 73, in 2021, he would be 48. He's supposed to be 48 in Village. That's not right. He does not look 48, bro. What? I'm actually surprised that he's 25 in this, but I guess it's not that much older than I would have thought. I would have thought he was like 22. I don't know. Luna Kage, thank you for the sub. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Okay, what doors have I not opened? Because I still have the armor key. Oh, wait. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. I also haven't gone up like on the balcony. Okay, I've left a couple of weird things. Well, all right. The only confirmed human of the original cast. Yeah, Jill's on some shit at this point. For sure. Jill might be the most juiced out of the main cast at this point. Just thinking about it. Yeah, between her getting hit with the Nemesis juice in 3 and whatever Wesker did to her in 5, or I guess leading up to the events of 5, you get what I mean. Jill's probably the most juiced out of the main cast right now. Right? Because Leon... Yeah, Leon didn't even get that much. Unless I'm forgetting something. He got a little Plaga friend in 4. That's it, right? Sherry got the G juice in 2. That's it. Yeah, Jill has to be the most juiced. That's the end of the key. There we go. I was going in such a weird order that I've just forgotten a bunch of rooms, which is kind of crazy. I did go out of my way to try to like approach things in an unusual order for the Chris run, just to spice it up. But I messed up my brain doing it. Like, I got so out of order that I forgot about a bunch of little side rooms and stuff. Like this one. Hello, friend. Oh, that was a terrible shot. It's pretty for... I'm just throwing pistol rounds everywhere. Don't look. Barry don't need the juice. Leon... Or sorry, you're right. Why did I say Leon? Barry might be the most Giga Chad out of the bunch, now that you say it. Yeah, Leon would be a bit younger than Chris. Oh, do I have a key? I don't even know if I have a small key in the item box. I don't think I do. Barry just shows up when he needs to, kicks ass, leaves. Okay. This guy's getting dodged, but we gotta be pretty quick. There's 3 items in here. Those ink ribbons are huge. I've been saving probably more than I should, but the early end of a Chris playthrough really does freak me out a bit. He's got such a limited amount of shit to work with. I watch the movies. Not a ton of them. I've watched the first live action one. That was bad. I did not like that. And then I watched a couple of the CG ones, and those are okay. Those are okay. Can't believe the profile pic is you. It's an old picture, and my hair's colored, and yeah. Sherry's effectively Wolverine at this point. Considering Ada's obsession with Leon, I won't be surprised if she juiced them both. I'm just saying, compared to what Jill's got going on. Jill got hit with 2 doses of the bioweapon goodies. Which, weirdly, now that I think about it, is more than like any of the rest of the main cast. I thought that there would be someone else who got like 2 different things. But now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, like Yeah, she's the only one who got more than like one infection. A lot of them get infected once. She got it twice. Or I guess she got infected once and like enhanced once. I don't really remember what exactly happened to her in 5, to be honest with you. Like, just keeping it a buck, I don't remember exactly what the deal with that was. But yeah. Thoughts on the remake rumors? At this point, my stance on all the different like leaks and stuff for remakes is I don't believe any of it. Because inevitably one of the 3 remake Lukes? I can speak. One of the 3 remake leaks that are floating around is true. But like there are 3 of them. There's no way that more than one of them is true. Like only one of those 3 can actually be legit. There's either an RE5 remake, a Code Veronica remake, or an RE1 remake in development. And I have no clue. I was talking about it like a couple days ago on stream. I think that out of all of them, Code Veronica seems to have the most trustworthy leak behind it, just in terms of like the quality of the leak itself. Code Veronica seems the most believable in that sense, but RE5 definitely makes the most sense from like a business standpoint for Capcom. And RE1 remake to me seems the least likely by both metrics. Metrics. God. At some point, my voice is going to warm up. I'm going to be able to talk. Bear with me. I'm very confident. What I said the other day is like, there's a chance that they are remaking RE1 again, but it's like a 10% chance. Like, it's a very small chance in my mind. It could be the case, but it's by far the least likely in my mind. Oh my god, how many? Thank you. Use her to perfect. Oh, that's right. She does have more than 2 goodies in her. Oh my god. Yeah, Jill is crazy juiced. Telling us 5 is coming one day. That's also what I was saying the other day, is like they teased 5 a little bit. So I would say it's mostly between 5 or Code Veronica, with like the tiniest chance that maybe they are remaking RE1 again, but I don't think so. RE live action movies and series are the worst thing ever. Bro, I don't get it. I don't like, they're just bad. I tried with the Netflix one, the TV series that Netflix did. And genuinely, like, that was so fucking bad. But my one thing with the Netflix series is I thought that Lance Reddick actually was a really good Wesker. I liked him as Wesker a lot. Which I expected to like him, but I liked him way more than I thought I would. I feel like he was the one saving grace of the Netflix series. Like, he was the one thing in that show that I was like, okay, this is solid. I'm liking his performance. But that was like the only thing in the Netflix series that I was able to get behind. I also typically forget that the Netflix series happened until someone brings it up. Like, genuinely, I just forget over and over again that they ever even did that. Found a small key, though. Resident Evil 9 sounds bonkers. Yeah, I'm kind of in a similar boat with RE9, where because there are so many Resident Evil leaks floating around, most of them are going to be false. Like, most of them are going to be made up, either just because it's like crazy copium from a community member or it's like being done for clout, right? So I'm kind of in a similar boat with RE9 where I'm just waiting to see what they actually show. And I've kind of tuned out on RE9 leaks entirely because there are so many leaks that are like pulling the community in so many different directions in terms of like what to believe the game is going to be. So I'm kind of just like tuned out and waiting for them to actually show the game. Because at this point, like almost none of what's been said about 9 can be true in my mind. Is this the PC port? No. I was going to play the GOG release because I do own the bundle. And I hadn't played it before. I just kind of bought it to like support the release because I want them to really like preserve games more like that. Capcom them. So I bought it. Like I spent the $25 and just kind of let it sit there because I prefer just playing the OG PS1 version anyway. And yeah, I tried it on stream, played it for like 15 minutes, and I was just like, yeah, this is worse than the PS1 version in so many like little ways that just kind of add up to being worse all around. So I just went back. We just started over like 15 minutes in. Watch Deadpool and Wolverine? No, I'll probably get to it whenever it's on Disney Plus. Also, David Froome and Dagmar, thank you for the sub. Sorry, I'm yapping. As I do. RE leaks have always been a joke. They kind of, like, I feel like they've never been great. I feel like every time we're waiting for a new game, we just get so much hearsay. And particularly, I feel like right now, at least in my experience with like trying to keep up with it, is probably the worst it's ever been in that sense. Where it feels like everyone is just like pulling shit out of their ass and throwing it at the wall and trying to see what people will like believe, like what the community will latch onto. It's been really bad. Like we have 3 supposed remakes in development. And if you take like all of the RE9 leaks together, then what you get is like the main characters are going to be Leon and Jill Valentine and Claire Redfield and Chris Redfield and maybe Ethan's daughter. I think there was one leak that said that Rose would be a main character. I can't remember at this point. I can't remember at this point, to be honest. I've just heard so many, frankly, crazy leaks about RE9 that in my mind, you can't really believe any of it at this point. It might as well just wait for anything from Capcom before you start really putting much hope in any of it. Yeah, I did see that Itsuno retired from Capcom. The rephrasing mid-sentence. I said retired, and then I remembered that he's just moving on to somewhere else. He's not retiring yet. But I did see that. Feel for you when you get to Code Veronica. That game was rough. I remember Code Veronica being pretty hard, but I've never tried to 100% it. So it might be harder than I remember. Because I remember being hard, but not like the worst. Randy Savage in RE5. That was a real leak that people believed back then. I never heard that one. I was kind of too young to actually be keeping up with stuff like that. Like, I was on the internet, but I wasn't actually capable of following industry stuff at that time. I'd like a more modern one. There are a couple fan projects like remaking RE1 in interesting ways. One of them is doing it in first person because that was like, if you go back and you look at the original design doc for Resident Evil, it was going to be first person. That's like Scott Pilgrim trivia at this point, but there's a fan project remaking RE1 in first person because of that, and it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. We'll be interested in DMC after Itsuno left. Yeah, I just don't know how that will come out. because obviously we haven't had a numbered DMC game without Itsuno since 2. And the one time since 2 that we did have a DMC game without Itsuno, it was the reboot, which in all honesty is not a bad game. Like, it's a pretty fun game, but it's just not as good as like DMC 3, 4, and 5. It's like, it's fine. Story aside, the story is awful in the reboot. The DMC reboot story is actually like shockingly bad. But the gameplay in the DMC reboot is pretty fun. Did I unlock that door? This is weird. Did I unlock the boss door and then never go in? Because I don't have the key. Did I not get the key? Hold on. Hello, Swift. What the fuck? Did I? And now I have to think too. Oh my god, I didn't get the key. I was like, where do you even get the key for that door? I didn't get it. Hold on. I know where you get the key for that door. All right, more yapping while backtracking. This is a big backtrack. The issue is the big difficulty spike in S ranking it. Yeah, that's what I was worried about, is like the challenge-based stuff. I mean, that's normally where things get difficult. What gun is that supposed to be? I don't know. It looks weird. I never noticed it until people like in chat brought it up. It's been brought up before. But I don't know what gun is on the RE1 cover art, because like the end of it looks like the shotgun, but why can I not think? Man, I'm putting myself to shame here too. I'm a gun nerd. A custom shoddy for Chris? Yes, and only for the cover art. It looks weird. It looks like half of it is not a shotgun and the other half is. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the thumbnail so I can get a good look at it again, because I never noticed it until people brought it up. It looks so bizarre. The back of it almost looks like an M4. Not exactly, but like similar. Yeah, and I was gonna say, there's clearly like a hole for a box mag to go in. Like on the bottom of the gun. And it's weird. It's weird looking, and I never noticed it until someone in chat mentioned it before. PC exclusive weapon? I forget that the PC version didn't the PC version have an SMG that you could unlock, like an infinite ammo? I think it was like a Mac 11 or something, right? Obviously they didn't call it that because Resident Evil, but for Jill, that's fucking, man, maybe I should do the PC version. Maybe I could speedrun the PC version once. Maybe. But I feel like once I've gotten the rocket launcher on the OG release, there's not much point to going and getting like the lesser rewards on the PC version. I never went back to Rebecca after she started playing the piano.
Chris!
I know the Akuma thing, the RE2 Akuma thing. I saw it. I've seen that one.
You like it?
Oh, that was great.
Reminder, you guys, she's played piano once in her life before this.
What is that?
She literally learned how to play piano like 6 hours before this. She played once. I'm never letting it go. After I was talking about how weird Zero's story is, like in the grand scheme of things last stream, I can't get over that now that I've really locked in on it. I'm like, oh yeah, they did have a thing in there where Billy was supposed to teach her how to play piano like she had never played before in Zero. And then here she just shows up and she's like, oh yeah, Moonlight Sonata. Fucking plays it on the piano. There's a cult single action army for Claire on 2. Isn't that that's another like version exclusive one, right? Was it like the N64 version or something like that? Got held up in dev hell so long that the guy who did the scenario forgot he wrote it. Beautiful. Awesome. That game was in development for a really long time. Only in her, wait, in her B scenario? Is it on PS1 RE2? Oh, fuck. Yeah, it is. Wait, no. It's not N64. It's in the locker with her alternate outfit, which I never do. I never do the Brad thing. I've done it like once in my life. Actually, I've done it twice because I had to do it like 3 days ago to get the clip for the RE3 video of Brad at the RPD. Forgot about that. And then yeah, in the remake, she just has it as like her alternate pistol. But you're right. For a second, I was like, oh yeah, that's a version exclusive gun. No, it's not. I've just only ever used it like once in my life. And it was when I was way younger. I always do the Brad thing. I never do it. I probably should. I want to hit the item box first. It's probably still faster this way. Less doors. The best, worst RE? What game are you referring to? The best, worst RE? Which version? This is just OG. This is the black box. The 96 release. Like I said, I have the GOG version and we started on that, but there's just so many little downgrades that we came across in like the first 15, 20 minutes that I went back to this. Even though it means there's less to unlock, like we don't get the machine gun and all that the PC version has. I figured it was worth it. It's just, this version of the game is just cleaner. Kind of all around. Best version of the worst RE1, not remake? Yeah, I don't know. At least we have Chris. Yes, big boulder Chris Redfield. Oh, I already have a couple of mixed herbs. Beautiful. I can, oh yeah, so here's the, I mentioned this before as well. Originally, my plan was to play with Classic Rebirth. Because I had the Media Kite port on my old PC, like a couple years ago. And I had Classic Rebirth on it. It was cool. I never did like a full playthrough with it, but it was great, right? It is a really great way to play RE1. However, for some reason, on my new PC that I built last year, as I learned when trying to set up the GOG version for streaming it, Classic Rebirth does not work. like at all. I haven't tried with RE2 yet because the GOG version just came out like last week for it. Literally the day after my RE2 video, actually, the GOG port came out. Timing. Anyway. But yeah, I haven't tried that yet. But at least on I am on Windows 10. So I'm on the same operating system my old PC was on. I did not get Windows 11. Fuck Windows 11. I tried to install Classic Rebirth, and I can't even get past the menu without crashing. It's also just full of, like, game-breaking visual bugs. Like, I can't even really see the menu. I tried to just click through it to get to gameplay, and I couldn't even keep it open long enough to get to the gameplay before it crashed. I don't know why. Everyone on forums says that it's an AMD problem. That it's just the mod doesn't work on AMD cards. I'm on a 4080, so I'm on an NVIDIA card. I tried using DG Voodoo, like all the various fixes that everyone recommends for those issues. Nothing worked. I couldn't get it working. I don't know. I just ultimately dropped it, and I was gonna play the GOG version like as it comes released, but it kind of is just worse, so I didn't. Doesn't have source next, which you need. Oh, really? What version of the, or what Japanese port do they have on the RE2 one? Yeah, I did. I installed the Japanese version. Like I knew it had to be with the Japanese version from setting it up before. Oh. Interesting. So you're saying that Rebirth just doesn't work on the, what's it? The GOG version of 2? That's so weird. Because don't they use the Media Kite one for the RE1 PC port, right? For the JP version of the RE1 port? I think it's the Media Kite port, although I don't really know. Oh, there's shells right there. Okay. This is a way spookier fight with Chris than it is with Jill, because shotgun. Don't. Oh my god. Stay away from me. Fuck. That was a bad idea. I shouldn't have stood my ground. Okay, we're yellow. Take it slow and steady. Hope that hit him. I don't really know. Terrible demon. Oh, not the reload. I'm watching that poison. Should have reloaded there. That would have been smart. Fuck. Take this. I stand my ground. Oh my god, I'm orange already? This is a really lucky fight. I would agree. This is going way better than it normally does for me, with just the amount of like hits that have not connected. Yeah, that was way easier than the what's it? Or than most Yawn fights that I have on Chris. I got very lucky. It's not just a snake, it's a monster. It's a terrible demon. Oh, I'm stuck. Don't mind me. I'm clearly a professional. Years and years of experience here. I'm gonna want my pistol after this. For all the fucking dogs. I have to say it, don't I? Snake. How to play it on Mac? RE1? I do not. I've never been a Mac user. Australian shed experience.
Am I poisoned? Damn it, give me serum.
US versions were all in the 90s. Yeah, it's just that all the US PC ports are kind of shit. At least like compared to the PS1 versions. Like I have all the PS1 RE games. So I just don't have a ton of reason to use the GOG port over them other than like additional content in those situations, right?
Is that you, Rebecca?
Chris, are you all right?
Yeah. What happened?
You were bitten by a poisonous snake. Are you okay?
My head is killing me.
I think you'll be all right because I gave you a shot. But please stay out of trouble.
You saved my life. I owe you one.
They say poisonous. It's got a Chris, are you all right, redeem? There are so many RE1 voice lines that I have thought about adding redeems for. Because this is definitely, at least I think, the game that I quote the most. Aside from mods. Mods are a good plus, but yeah.
Chris, take care.
Okay. We need more. Hey. I've been busy, okay? Between videos. I've been trying to get... Oh, okay. Hello. There's one of the zombies I left alive. Oh, there's two. Okay. This snake is very solid. I've never played Saints Row 2. I feel like I really should. I've played 3 and 4, and I thought they were both okay. But I always hear that 2 is the best one. I was thinking I might pick up the rebooted one like a couple years ago, but then it came out, and I heard about how it was, and I decided not to. Thought that might be a bad idea. Brian, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. I've been busy, like in terms of the non-video off-stream work lately. I've been busy with getting stuff set up to work with another charity on top of Feeding America, which is almost done, but it can be... Doing it through the YouTube system is so cool, but it can take a bit of setup. And by a bit, I mean it's kind of a lot. Especially if your charity isn't already in the YouTube system. How much does it generate? Hold on. Let me look. Or how much has it generated? There's a Metal Gear joke on the RE3 video. I opened my YouTube dashboard and the most recent comment right at the top is a Hind D joke with the helicopter boss in RE3. Right now it's at 166, which for Feeding America is a great amount. Swagger Blonde, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Because Feeding America, every 10 cents is a meal because they're able to get things discounted through all their partners and such, and they buy in bulk and et cetera, et cetera. So that's 1,600 60 meals provided for passive donations. Yeah, that's kind of the thing too, is I don't specifically shout it out in the videos or anything. I kind of just throw it up there and it's just there. So it's great to see that like that's really all it takes, is just kind of like getting it all set up, which is kind of a pain, but once it's done, like you can just kind of throw it on the sidebar of a video and people will just donate as they feel like it, as they are able to. And it's pretty sweet, to be honest. Especially like, because I'm doing, at least so far, just charities that like I've worked with locally in the past. Like Feeding America, and the next one's another one that I've worked with before, like locally. And actually, the other one I've worked with internationally in the past too. I've mentioned it before, and I don't want to spoil it now because we're pretty close to having it all ready to go. But one of the very few times that I left the country was to do some work with this specific charity. So both of them so far are ones that I've just known in the past. And of course I double checked like their tax returns, because now I'm worried. I'm like, if I set up like a donation thing and then I go through all that, and then someone is randomly like, hey, by the way, this charity fucking sucks. That would be the worst. I would feel so bad about having gone through all the setup and like putting it up there for people to give their money to it, just for someone to be like, oh, hey, by the way, only like half of the money they generate goes to the charity stuff. I would be like, oh, fuck. I would feel awful. But thankfully, any charity that operates in the US has to make their tax returns public, so you can just legitimately go and look through their shit to check if they're good or not, which is a lifesaver. I don't have to guess. Like, I can literally just go to the IRS website and look. I was shocked. Feeding America's charitable commitment is 99%, which is insane to me. Like, that is... You obviously want it to be really high, but that's so high. Like, only 1% of the revenue they bring in ends up going towards, like, their operations. Like, 99% goes to the actual charity work, which is great. But just, I wasn't even expecting it to be that high when I looked. I'm gonna just drop the green herb as a green herb at the bottom. And then I can just mix the other two as we go. Yeah, okay, I always wondered if the flamethrower was supposed to be like the one from Aliens. I've always kind of thought that. Like, ever since, because I'm a big Aliens fan, so... Like, I've always noticed that the RE1 and RE2 flamethrowers both look a lot like the one from Aliens. Particularly the RE1 one. Are they the same? I don't know. Of an AR-15 and a shotgun thing. I was like, it looks like it's like half rifle, half pump action shotgun. It's weird. It's really weird. Thoughts on the whole Mr. Beast situation? Honestly, I'm kind of out of date with it at this point. I haven't done a great job keeping up since, like, what was his name? The former employee who started, like, organizing those really well-produced videos and stuff to, like, put it all together for everyone. I saw, like, the first of those. I think at this point there's, like, 3 of them. Dogpack, yes. I saw his first video, but I think I'm behind at this point. I mean, I know enough to be like, yeah, that, like, assuming it's all legit as he lays it out, then yeah, that's fucked. Not a fan of that. Maybe a hot take, I don't know. fuck, there's 3 dogs. I am in such a bad spot with the camera angle. Crowd control him, Chris. One's down already? Whoa! There's the controller thing again. Why? It's only been doing that to me on Duck Station. It only started like 2 days ago on the RE1 stream, where sometimes my inputs like go through for longer than I mean for them to, and I start spinning in place. What the fuck? How did that miss? Am I aiming too far to the right? What the fuck? All right, there go a couple rounds. That's fine. I forgot there were blue herbs here too. Look to Western films to get design ideas. I mean, if you're gonna look to like films from roughly that time period for like design inspiration, Aliens is a good one to pick. Yeah, Commando for the rocket launcher. They certainly chose some good movies for that. Yeah, I'm behind on the Mr. Beast stuff at this point. That would be good, good content for me to throw on while I'm working. I always have YouTube stuff going in the background while I edit because ADHD. So that would be some good stuff to throw on as like background noise. Hopefully nothing recent. I mean, our movies haven't been... Okay, our movies have been kind of shit lately. I was gonna be like, they haven't been the worst, but then I thought about it, and I actually have not seen... Like, yeah, I haven't even gone to the movies much in like the last 2 years. What was the last movie I saw in theaters? I saw something a few months back. Shit, what was it? I want to go see the new Alien. I want to go see the new Alien movie. And I just found out because I got like an email ping for it. Apparently, I've had a free movie ticket at AMC. Like one ticket, but I've had a free movie ticket at AMC for like months that I haven't used, and it's gonna expire like near the end of September. So I need to hit up some friends and be like, hey, Alien movie, new Alien. Because I apparently have a free ticket. Fuck, I'll pay for one of their tickets since I've got a free one. I really should. I should text some friends and just be like, who wants to go see Alien? Pay for your date? Gotta take it? Nah. You go to Alien with the boys. One of my friends is a big Alien fan, and I know that he hasn't seen it yet. He wasn't planning on seeing it. He was gonna wait because he was skeptical about it, as most Alien fans were at this point. But if I paid for his ticket since I've got a free one, he would go. Doom, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Oh, Inside Out 2. I heard Inside Out 2 was very, like, okay. But not as good as the first one. But I've been so out of the loop on animated movies for the longest time. Man, I'm getting stuck on everything today. What is happening? All my boys are adults with kids now. Man, so many of my friends are, like, getting married right now. And to be fair, like, it honestly, it hasn't made scheduling things harder. Because, like, within our group, scheduling things has been hard for, like, a couple years now. Actually, for, like, 4 years now. Because, yeah, like, 4 years ago at this point, like, half of our friend group was scattered across the states at school or whatever. And now, like, not all of them are in one state. Like, we're not all entirely in one state right now, but more of us have moved back since then. But it's still rough. It's still hard to schedule things. It's just been hard. It's like we're all adults. So even before they got married, it was like, yeah, we all work 40 hours a week. And then, you know, maybe on Friday night, someone doesn't want to go out and spend Friday night with the boys. Maybe he just wants to fucking chill out and play COD. I don't know. Most of my friends are very casual gamers. So like, yeah, play MW3 or Warzone or something alone. As you do to unwind, you know, with a podcast on. Oh god. Speaking of Call of Duty, I've played the Black Ops 6 beta now. I had fun. Granted, I think the beta was still running this morning. I felt no urge to play it this morning. I played it and I had fun with it, and now I can wait until October. Like, I feel like I got my COD multiplayer fun for, like, the weekend, and now I'm like, yeah, I could wait 2 months to do this again. Like, I can wait until October, I think 25th, is it? I think there's a dog on my right, which is the only reason I'm not shooting right now. There is. Oh, he's, like, way in the corner, though. I might luck out here. Moonwalk it back, Chris. Let's see what happens. How many bullets do I... Ooh. Never mind. I'm gonna skip these dogs. I'm glad that I checked my bullets. That was a good idea. It was pretty good. Yeah, I heard it was solid. I just know that a lot of friends of mine who liked the first one weren't as big on the second one. These dogs... Oh, fuck, there's 3 here on Chris's... Fuck! Jill's run only has 2 dogs here, man. Oh, we might get lucky, though. That's empty. I heard the click. Thank God. Please. Oh, it did the thing again. Anthony, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. With 1 bullet to spare, I made this hallway safe. Since Wally? Man, Wally was so long ago, but honestly, I don't know if I could argue with you. At least I just haven't seen a lot of their stuff since then. I have not been one of those people who has like continued watching Pixar movies as an adult. Not because I dislike them, but just I haven't had the interest to really. Like, it's just like I'm not avoiding them. I just haven't really had the urge to watch them, if that makes sense. So like I've seen a couple. I saw The Incredibles 2, which was very okay. It was fine. Why aren't you combining the 3? You mean like why not do a green, red, blue? I just don't need to. Blue herbs for me, I've always been like, I know that I can combine them all, but I feel like green herbs, or sorry, blue herbs are very much like, if I need one, I can just chomp it on its own and get the full effect. If I combine it with a green and a red, then at some point, and this is from experience, at some point, I'm going to go to chomp the green and red to heal, and I'm not going to be poisoned, and I'm going to have wasted a blue herb. That being said, I have complained even on these streams a lot about, like, I don't know why these games give you so many blue herbs. Because I don't know what they think we're getting poisoned by this many times, but we don't need even, like, a third of these blue herbs at all. Temporary and... Did they do that in RE1? Wait, did they do that in any of the PS1 titles? Hold on. Wait a minute. You're lying to me, right? Is that a thing in PS1 era? I know that's a thing in, like, 2 make, 3 make. Because they gave you a HUD icon for it. But has that always been a thing? And the HUD icon was just them like Okay, that is a 2 and 3 make thing. In 2 at least. Wait, is this true? I'm getting conflicting reports. I know that you can always combine all of them. Is the invincibility thing always there? Or is that just 2 make and onwards? Because I thought it was new with the 2 remake. Has that always been a thing? Just max heals and removes poison. I feel like I need to... Is there a wiki listing for this? There has to be, right? Can I wiki this? I feel like I need an official fact check at this point. Oops, I did not mean... I think that's the first time I've ever actually pressed the exit button in the HUD. Or in the menu. RE1 remake. Not to spoil my thoughts. But... It is a substantial improvement all around, yes. Hold on. Resident Evil herb mixing. Herbs. Oh yeah, the thing is this changes so often. Okay. I have the wiki page. Bear with me. This is fucking lore. Oh, wait. They simplified it. Oh, hold on. Green, red, and blue. They have a table for it. Fully heals plus cures poison. In the remake of Resident Evil 2, it also grants temporary immunity against poison and damage. So it's 2 make and on, it would seem. Oh, wait. Oh, that's also RE2. Never mind. Or sorry, RE2 remake, rather. They just say, like, okay, they say in the remake of Resident Evil 2, but then they highlight just the Resident Evil 2 part. So it tricks my brain for a second. It's RE2 make and on, it seems. In 0, there's a pink herb? Maybe. I don't feel like I've ever seen that. But maybe it's just been that long since I played 0. I have no idea how long it's been since I last fully replayed 0. Like, I could tell you... Oh, a cut? I thought it said cute. Hold on, where was it? There is a cut pink herb. Yep, okay. Okay. Oh, man. I really read that as cute. I'm going too fast. Reading too fast. Benny, I'll keep it a buck with you, man. Like, I appreciate sharing your opinion, but if you're just gonna come in here and like immediately complain about multiple different games like rapid fire, it's just not the way I like to have discussion around here. Cute herbs. Yes, cute pink herbs. Oh, hold on, a pistol clip. Maybe I could go and kill those dogs. There's no reason to at this point. Those 3 dogs out there are pretty easy to run by. I get clipped here and there, but those 3 aren't bad. The way that they're placed makes it fairly easy. I could toss the lighter like all the way at the bottom. We could just... I'm not using that. Probably. It's gonna bug me to have 1 bullet loaded in the Beretta. There's no need for this. But there we go. RE5 is underrated. I agree. I think 5 gets too much shit. This been shockingly successful. How did 3 make sell? I actually don't know the answer to that. I know 2 make sold incredibly. I actually was just looking at Resident Evil sales too, but I wasn't looking at the recent stuff. I was looking way back. I was doing research. Main series. Resident Evil 3 remake sold 9 million units. That is really good, man. That's better than I would have thought it sold, actually. Oh, and 2 make has sold way more since I last checked. It's up to 14 million now. God damn. I think last I saw, 2 make hit like 12 million. Now it's at 14. 9 million is a lot, man. That's crazy to me. 7? Hold on, let me find 7 on the big ass. There are so many Resident Evil games. Here we are. 13.7 million for RE7, and Village sold just over 10 million now. Wow, man. Like, I knew that Resident Evil was pretty mainstream nowadays. I mean, it always has been relative to the times, but like, you know, RE1 on PS1 sold like 2.5 million copies, which is a lot for PS1 days. Nowadays, 2.5 million would be like, okay, modest success. 9 million is really good nowadays, though. In AAA, I mean, obviously, it depends what you're talking about, but yeah. Resident Evil selling better than Concord. Everything's selling better than Concord. Sorry, Concord. I don't want to just dog on Concord all day, but man, I talked about it before. I don't know what Sony was thinking with Concord. Like, just conceptually. Oh, I only have 2. I was gonna save. Did I just save? I thought I had 3 ink ribbons. Oh, I had 3 ink ribbons before Yawn. That's right. I forgot that I spent 1 before the Yawn fight. Yeah. Digital sales are crazy for, like, a lot of people are rightfully upset about physical game sales kind of progressively going downhill through the years. But, what's it called? Man, digital sales have just produced so much revenue for the industry. It's insane. It's Sony. I feel like it's mostly Sony's fault with Concord. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Indie Pandy, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Like, conceptually, I feel like they were just so late to the party on that. I don't know why Sony is trying to pivot from single player to live service anyway. Because they've kind of made this big, like, they currently are like one of the pillars of AAA single player gaming. So I don't know why they're trying to make a move away from that and into live service, because Concord isn't the only part of that. They had that, what was that game called? The Splatoon clone that they came out with lately, Sony. Aaron, thank you for the sub. Was it called Foam Stars? I want to say it was Foam Stars, right? They've got like, I think 4 or 5 other live service titles in development right now. Like first party live service multiplayer games coming from Sony in like the next year or 2, probably. Like, I don't know why they're moving in that direction, because they had it. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're thinking. They'll be back on single player after this. They definitely will be, but with how fragile goodwill is in the gaming industry these days, they're gonna burn a lot of fans on this live service thing. And yeah, I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't know what they're doing. Oh yeah, Helldivers, which was a massive success, and then they burned it. They made some very questionable decisions and fucked that one up. Like, Helldivers is still doing okay, but compared to the overwhelming success it had at launch and like the month or two after that, it's not even close. Hello, Joseph. Astrobot's gonna make a lot of people happy. Yeah, like all 12 people who... I'm sorry. Astrobot fans, I'm sorry. This is a bit between me and DS where he keeps bringing up this Astrobot title that's upcoming, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. But also, I stand by it. There's like 12 of you. I have so many herbs in this item box. It's unusual for me to have such a good stockpile going on a Chris run, man. Am I gonna... Everyone seems excited about it. Everyone. I think Astrobot is gonna fill the, or a very similar role to... What was it called? Something Playroom? Was it Astro's Playroom? Something like that? Back at PS5's launch? Where it's going to be a hit among the people who play it, but among Sony's library, it's going to be a very small release compared to everything else. Astro's Playroom. Thank God I got it right. I think it's going to be one of those. Like, people who play the Astrobot game that's coming out soon are going to love it. But compared to Sony's bigger titles, it's not going to be much, right? Like, it's going to feel very small comparatively. Am I going to try the Dead Rising remaster? I might. I'm pretty keen on the Dead Rising remaster. Because I like the Dead Rising franchise a lot. Still haven't played 4. But... And I've heard things about 4. I know it's not generally very well liked. I played the first 3 and I liked all of them, but with Dead Rising 1, I always liked it, but it was just so clunky because I didn't play them way back. I got into them maybe around like 2014, 2015. And even by then, Dead Rising 1 had aged pretty poorly already in terms of just like controls and stuff. And it's one of those games where you play it and you're like, the game is so good, but these controls are making it hard for me to like love it. So with the deluxe remaster, just kind of maintaining the original game, cleaning up the visuals, and making like the controls and stuff smoother, I think that that's going to be huge for potentially, I don't want to jump the gun, but potentially reviving the Dead Rising IP. I think that Capcom has some big hopes for it, and I think those are pretty well placed. Space Marine 2? Space Marine 2 looks good. I pre-ordered the $100 edition of Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2 looks like so much fun, and that's soon, isn't it? I don't know, man. There's so much that I want to play in the next couple months. And like, stream-wise... my stream schedule is kind of tight. I've got like too many things going on for the stream schedule right now. It's in 3 days. Oh my God. It looks really fun, but like I'm already in on the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and Black Ops 6, like in the next 5 weeks, 6 weeks, I think. I don't know, math isn't my strong suit most of the time. Of like releases. So I'm waiting. I'm gonna see. If Space Marine 2 comes out and is as good as it looks, then yeah, I'll probably end up just caving and buying it like a couple days in. But I'm at least trying to be responsible, and I'm gonna wait just to be sure. Is it really in 3 days, though? Like, am I crazy? My wife has been warned her husband's gonna be away for a while. End up playing the beta. Yeah, I was just talking about it like 30 minutes ago or so. I don't know. My sense of time is awful. Almost as bad as my math. Wait, the pool table is the keypad for that room? Oh. That makes sense. I always thought that it was somehow tied to the keypad back in the mansion as like Chris's way of accessing that room, or that door rather. That makes way more sense if it's the Vigil room. But yeah, I did play the Black Ops 6 beta. I hit level 20 and all that, you know, to get my cool, like, hey, I played the beta rewards, right? I liked it. I had more fun than I expected to, because when I was looking at all like the pre-release, I say pre-release, we're still in pre-release. When I was looking at all the promotional stuff for BO6 multiplayer, I was like, yeah, this looks okay. Oh, sorry, context. I'm a zombies guy. Before I did like variety stuff on YouTube, I was a dedicated COD Zombies streamer. So I've always been a zombies guy with Call of Duty. I've always liked the multiplayer, but that's not what I'm playing Call of Duty for. So yeah, Black Ops 6, I'm all in on the zombies right now. I even think that Liberty Falls looks good as a bonus map, because it's a bonus map. Like the whole community recently having a meltdown over how Liberty Falls doesn't look as high quality as Terminus. It's the side map. You know, it's the additional little bit of content for when you're needing a break from the massive undertaking that is Terminus. So I'm all in on Black Ops 6 Zombies, and the multiplayer was surprisingly fun. I could see myself playing it throughout the year here and there. I don't think I'm ever going to grind it, although the mastery camos across all 3 modes for Black Ops 6 look incredible. Like, I genuinely want to get all the mastery camos across all the modes. Chris or Leon? I'm personally partial to Leon. I'm a Leon guy. Barry's the right answer. But I'm personally a Leon guy. If I have to choose between Chris or Leon, I'm going Leon. But also, yes, Barry. Barry's the answer. Always. I don't know about everyone over Ethan. I'm trying to think here. I think Ethan is one of the weaker members of the main RE cast. I like Ethan. It's not that I don't. I think he's just weaker than most of the main cast. Not literally lore-wise. I mean, like, as a character, I just don't enjoy him as much. But, like, I probably do like Ethan over Rebecca, which is maybe a kind of spicy take, but I'm just keeping it 100% with you. Okay? Like, I like Rebecca. But if we're looking at the main Resident Evil cast, I feel like she's just maybe... Well, I guess the main cast would include, like, Jake and like, Sheva. So there are some characters... And Billy. There are some characters that I don't... Or, yeah, that I like Rebecca over. But Rebecca's on the low end of the main cast for me. I don't love her. She's okay. I like her. Here and there. In more than 5. I like Sheva, for what it's worth. I'll take Jill over everybody. I'm a big Jill fan. I feel like... My top 3 is definitely like Leon, Jill, and Chris. For sure. from there, it's kind of dicey. I would say Claire is right behind that top 3 for me. I feel like Claire's one of the most underused characters, like looking at the total series. She has a couple good games in RE2 and CV, and then not really much of anything else. Once again, I haven't played Revelations 2 in its entirety yet, so I could be wrong. She might have a 3rd good game, I just don't know. Jill getting infected with the virus in RE3 comes back around. Shit, it does. And it comes around. Fuck. It does come back around. God damn it. I can't change it now. But you're right. I was like, you said it, and I'm like, isn't that mostly a thing in like the movie? Because I'm not going to be getting it in, what's it called? Death Island, I think they brought it up a good bit. I was like, isn't that like mostly a movie thing though? And then I remembered Resident Evil 5. Fuck. RE5's story is not as burned into my brain as it should be. Granted, neither is 6, but I at least remembered to be like, yeah, Sherry getting infected is important. Death Island is the name. I heard that was very... Oh, I've already been in the bathroom. Okay. Carlos might need his own game. I'm not huge on Carlos in the original RE3. But man, I would be lying to you if I said that I didn't love remake Carlos. I really love remake Carlos, like a lot. He's great. Like that's the Carlos that I'm like, let's bring him back. Resident Evil 9, just fucking pull him out of left field. Be like, here's Carlos. He's back. He made the remake. He was so... Who voice acted him in the remake? Someone remind me. Because God, he was so good in the remake. Oh, that's right. I'm not reading lore on the Chris run. For those who haven't been here, we did the Jill run already where like I read everything. That's actually the first lore document I've come across. Carlos in the remake was great though. Carlos in the original is something. He's likable at the very least, but oh man, he's likable in the same way that like I'm trying to think. I like Carlos the same way that I like Richard in this game, where I'm like, yeah, love that guy, but if I'm being honest, I kind of just love him because like his voice acting is so cheesy that it's hard not to laugh at his lines here and there. Original Carlos is a bit rough, but man, that remake performance was good. Jeff Shine. Yeah, I remember when 3make came out, I remember Avalanche getting him for like a quick little interview in his RE3 remake video. I thought that was great. You watch Itchy Scratchy yet? No, I have not watched it. Still, I have to get to it. I find it funny though that there's like two, well, I guess there's like a documentary and then there's a, what's it, like a giant overview of classic Resi development history. There's a book called Itchy Scratchy that I have that's literally just covering the development of like the early era of the franchise. Can't remember who wrote it. But I've read most of it at this point. I'm bad with reading because like it's really interesting material for me, but I struggle to read books. So I've read most of it. Did a ton of interviews with old RE staff for it. Is this the book or the like the documentary, or is it both? Did he also do the documentary that people have been asking me to watch for like the last couple weeks because I haven't seen it yet? Because I have the book. Is it the same guy who did the documentary? Is that why they're named the same thing? Because I was like, that's just a weird coincidence, isn't it? feel about the new Silent 2? I forget that Silent Hill 2 is coming out in like a month, isn't it? It's October. I'm referring to the book. Yeah, the book is great. I'm pretty sure Jeff Shine is the VA for Chris and Village. I think you're right now that you bring that up. I'm pretty sure you're right. Which makes it more impressive to me, at least. Because those are two very different characters that he did a good job with both. Is RE8 worth a look? It depends on the kind of Resident Evil fan you are. I mean, granted, that's something you can say about any Resi game when you're talking like recommendations and stuff nowadays, is it just depends what kind of fan you are. I would say Village is 100% worth it if you are into like the action horror Resident Evil games. Like if you like RE4, RE5, you will like Village. If you don't like that style, you won't like Village. I thought Village was a blast. I think Village is very fun. But I also, like, at the time it was coming out, I was thinking it was gonna feel much more like RE7. I don't know if that was my fault because I wasn't watching like a lot of the marketing and stuff or what. But I remember being very surprised at how much it felt like RE4. And like it was a pleasant surprise once. It was weird. I remember the game came out. I got up at like midnight to play Village on release. I played it for like an hour. And if you know the opening hour of Village, then you might be able to understand this. But I distinctly remember playing Village for like an hour and getting right up to the point where like that very linear segment of the game ends. And right before it ended, I kind of went, man, this shit sucks. And I turned it off and I went back to bed. And then the next day, like in the afternoon, because I was in college at the time. So like after class, I kind of sat back down with it and I was like, okay, I spent $60. I got to at least get through it once, right? Literally like 10 minutes into playing it on that second sit down with it, I was like, oh, it's like Resident Evil 4. And once I realized that, I had a blast with it the whole rest of the way. But I went in thinking it was going to feel much more like RE7. Like it was going to be more survival horror oriented. So I just played like an hour of it and went, man, this is ass, and went back to bed. I don't think I've ever switched so hard on a game, like my opinion on a game on the first day of its release, as I did with Village. Like if you literally on campus that day, I was talking with some people about it and I was like, yeah, I didn't like it very much, but I'll try to get through it. And then the next day I was like, I was wrong. That game is so fucking fun. I really like it now. I just was at like, I was 10 minutes away from the game getting good where I stopped. Because the first hour is pretty slow. And it's like RE7's first hour, where it's just kind of like a linear sequence of story events. So, like, I got near the end of that and just wasn't seeing any of, like, the survival horror. And thinking that's what the game was supposed to be, dropped it. At least for the time. But when I went back, I really liked Village. Once I got through it. There are some bad sections of Village. The factory section fucking sucked. I remember that. RE7's so under. I feel like RE7's... I like 7 a lot, to be clear. I rate it very highly, like on my Resident Evil scale. But I feel like 7 is very overrated. I feel like people give 7 too much credit a lot of the time. Because it's very good, but I often hear people say that it's like one of the absolute best. And I don't quite agree with that. I think it's on the upper end of the scale. Then you can do your story exposition. Yeah, that's one of my big things with 7 and 8 is having like a whole hour of just like linear story set pieces to start the game is not the move. Is that why the factory sections of 2 and 3 remakes got cut? Isn't it weird that they cut the factory section of both of those games? Well, I guess with RE3, cut is kind of not the right word. I've always said that they cut it, but being completely honest, it's not like they cut the factory from RE3. They replaced it with a lab instead. Like because the factory... Spoiler alert for 3. The factory in RE3 is just a front for an umbrella lab. Like, it's not actually a factory. It's just made to look like one. But in 3make, for some reason, they just made it look like a lab. Like, there was nothing subtle about it. It was just a high-tech lab. So, like, the section is there. It's just completely different. The same cannot be said for, like, well, I guess you could say that the same could be said for the clock tower, but fuck the 3make clock tower. I loved the clock tower in the original, so you can imagine me playing 3make on release day. Oh my god. I was so unhappy that day. Specifically with that. Like, the park segment, I was kind of like, okay, the park was never that great. I'm cool with this. The park was one of the weaker sections of 3 anyway. But the... What's it? The clock tower, I was pissed. I'm still kind of pissed about the clock tower. Clock tower's great in 3. I haven't tried any of them in VR, no. I don't have PSVR. Never will either. There's no way in hell I'm ever going to buy PSVR. I have 51 shotgun shells. What am I doing? What am I doing? How have I even managed to stock up this many? I guess, don't they give you more shells on Chris's run? Because I think all the bazooka rounds from Jill's playthrough are just replaced with shells here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know that for sure. That's mostly just a gut feeling thing, so I could definitely be wrong. Yeah, I think 7 is very high on my Resident Evil scale, but I wouldn't put it like top 5. Although, maybe when I revisit 7, I'll feel differently. Because just this last week, I pulled a big flip-flop on the classic RE3. Like, I always liked it, but playing it last week, I was like, this shit's really good. What? I was kind of like, why did I always think this was, like, by far the worst of the classic trilogy? This shit's fun. Shouldn't you have the Magnum already? Not in the original. Yeah, you get it earlier in the remake. I had to think of where it was in the remake, but yeah, you do get it earlier than this. I haven't played RE1 Remake in a while, to be honest. That's not true. I played it last year. A year ago. Yeah, I played it last year. Never mind. I played RE1 Remake and 2 Remake right before 4 Remake came out. So that would have been the last time I played both of those. Have you played advanced mode for this? No. So my PS1 copy of RE1 is the original. So there's no difficulties in this version of the game. The 2 characters are just the difficulty select on the original release. There's no actual, like, easy, original, advanced, arrange. There are so many different, I think in one version of the game, the easy mode is called training mode, if I'm not mistaken. But the original release of RE1 had none of that. It's just there's one difficulty in the game, and Chris and Jill pretty much substitute the difficulty selection. Also, hello, False. Yeah, I have the book? Well, shit. Beginner and arranged, thank you. Yeah, I knew that they were different. Like, across versions, they changed the names, which makes it even harder to remember. We could go in the V-Jolt room. I'm not going to. Chris is a caveman. Actually, let's go in the V-Jolt room. Hold on. Hold on. Chris is a caveman. Oh. Well, they changed it. Okay. This is gonna be a bit of a shit show compared to when I played as Jill. Oh God. Okay. Wait. Oh shit. And I fucked it. Oh no. I really fucked it. Oh God. Oh, come on, man. This is not good. God damn it. Thank you for the sub. Osen? I appreciate it. Oh, for fuck. Oh no. This puzzle, this is what I was saying on the Jill run, where like somehow miraculously on the last run through, I just like spotted the solution while sitting here talking about how hard this puzzle is for me. Oh no. Go look at the pool table, but there's spiders in there. Actually, I should, because I've never successfully done the pool table thing. So I should. I can say that I understand how this works if I manage to do this. Item placements and camera angles change? I knew about item placements, but camera angles? BO6 multiplayer was fun, Mickle. Not great. Not like my favorite thing, but solid. 9-1? How does this shit work exactly? The spider's gonna be chilling over there. Don't even worry about him. How does the pool table exactly give you the solution? Yeah, I got that. Like, it's 1-9. Like, how does that translate to the keypad? Or is it 145? Is it 145? Is that what it's trying to tell me? It's 145. Yeah, okay. My brain. That took a minute. I forgot to convert the 9 to the minute number. Yeah, that was you could see the cogs turning in real time. That was painful. Okay. Felly, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Sorry, I'm distracted on my other monitor. Man, there's so many comments on the RE3 video since stream started. Oh my god, that's gonna be a lot. I try to respond to like everything. Or at least look through everything, rather. And there are so many... Oh, okay. There are so many new... There's almost 50 more comments since I last peeked at the RE3 videos. Wait, did it lock on me again because I did this? Like Forrest coming back from the dead? Yeah, I've seen the Forrest thing. Where's the piece of text? There's something about like Chris can't handle chemicals. Oh, do I have to pick up the bottles to do it? Maybe it might not even be worth it if I have to do that. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I think I do have to like pick up bottles or something. But there is a piece of text in here. Unfortunately, Chris can't read. It's not that bad. It's like, unfortunately, Chris can't handle chemicals. Which, like, what? They're all in little bottles, all nice and neat. All he has to do is just, like, pour them into each other. In my head, it's just Chris can't do the math to get the chemicals mixed right. Because Chris has a lot of caveman moments in this game. Between the chemicals and fuck, what was the one early in the game? I can't remember. But then there's his keyboard typing near the end where he, in the year 1998, still does like the two fingers, like he only uses his two pointer fingers to type, and it's really slow because he doesn't know where the letters are. It's hilarious. Chris in this game is just pure comedy. He's a strength endurance build, not an intelligence build. You're right. Oh yeah, he can't play piano at all. He can't read... It's not that he can't play piano. It's, he can't read sheet music, is the one early on. It just says, like, unfortunately, Chris can't read sheet music. Wait a minute. This desk... There's a small key that I missed somewhere. Is it in this room? Yeah, I would be surprised if it was. Is it in the bathroom, maybe? Where did I miss a small key? I'm trying to think. There's the one in the cup in the other room. I know about that one. Is it in the toilet? No. One more key than there are locks. I think it gives you exactly the same amount, doesn't it? Where did I miss one? I have to run back for a quick save and all that anyway, just in case. But where the fuck? I'm trying to think. Did I miss one in the mansion, maybe? That would make more sense, because I can't think of any other locations in the guardhouse. It's probably a jock that only ever saw a computer after joining the RPD, and then spent all his time in the practice range and the gym. That's a very fair way of looking at it, actually. Once you spell it out like that, it kind of does make more sense. Throw the clips back in. I have so much pistol ammo. This happens to me every time I play Chris. I start the game struggling with resources and stuff, and then by the end of the guardhouse, I'm like drowning in ammo. Because aside from the dogs, Chris can kind of just use the shotgun against everything. And the shotgun just one-shots the zombies. And there's really never a reason to kill any spiders in this game aside from the boss spider, so you can just run by all of them easily. By this point, I feel like I'm always just drowning in ammo with Chris. Like, I have more than I know what to do with. I could take more. I don't feel like there's any reason to take more heals than that, though. It's plant 42. You know, just in case. Toss in a first aid spray. There's no ranks in RE1, so first aid sprays are fair play. Are there ranks in other versions of RE1, like later re-releases? Did they ever add them? Where you get like a letter grade at the end of a playthrough? I'm actually, like, I don't know if they ever did or didn't. I think so. I mean, I'm sure Remake has them, right? But RE2 was the first game to have the letter ranks. DS might have them, but no, most RE1... Okay. Remake... Wait, Remake doesn't have them? Oh, it just has stats. Okay. For a second, I was like, really? It doesn't have, like, an end screen or anything? Maybe... Why do I feel like I remember so little of Remake, always? Oh! Get up! Come on, man. Ow, fuck! That was an absolute slam! The hitbox stuff with Plant 42 is always weird to me. I never quite get it right. Like that, didn't hit shit. The first one did, second didn't hit anything. Now, I can at least flat out say, even though everyone probably knew the other day when I kept accidentally checking items instead of hitting combine on items, it's because I played RE3 last week and they fucking switched it. So I had to readjust during that playthrough where I was constantly checking items there. And now that I have, I'm doing it here in RE1. Because, thanks, Capcom. There was no reason to flip those around. God damn it. Ha! I almost died. Oh, he's not dead. Oh, you fucker. I almost died there. We're still only on one death for RE1, and it was the fucking spider death. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fine. Ha! Got your ass. Okay. That was scary close to death. I didn't even realize I was that low until I checked. Thought you died in the tunnel? Yeah, to the spider. To a dog? We didn't die to a dog. To a dog? No. Never. We only have one death on the board for RE1 so far. Which is pretty good for how much we've been playing it. But you know, I'm just such a professional. It's to be expected. RE2 will not be the same way. RE3 will definitely not be the same way. Fuck you, Nemesis. I love fighting Nemesis, but also holy shit. Fuck you, Nemesis. Now that I'm used to it, I have a blast fighting him, but wow. Especially that rocket. Dude, I cannot dodge the rocket launcher with Nemesis. I swear to God. I get hit by it every single time. Not from lack of trying either.
Wesker!
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly. Where's Jill? Aren't you with Jill?
I'm sorry. We were attacked by a strange monster. I lost track of her while we were scouting around. I hope she's okay.
I see. Well, it's not your fault. This place is crazy. If we stay here, all of us will end up dead. What should we do, Wesker?
We have to complete this mission. Whether we escape or stay and look for Jill, we don't have many bullets left, and we can't even protect ourselves. We're still in trouble. Chris, there are a lot of locked rooms in that house. Check them out one more time. There must be a place to hide safely.
There
I'll
must
look around
be.
the house a little more.
Okay.
Let's get going.
Goodbye, Wesker. Who's definitely on my side. Totally not a sketchy character. Wearing all black and sunglasses everywhere he goes. Metal Gear Survive was very interesting. From like just a single player standpoint, because I wasn't able to get online at all. Not from lack of trying with getting online on Survive. There were people after I got that video up who were like, oh man, if you ever wanted to play it, you know, just like join this Discord and send a message whenever. So I might be able to get some, especially I'll eventually be streaming it for 100% and stuff. So that would probably be a good time to like get some online play on Metal Gear Survive just to try it out. Cause I'll probably be able to get some people from chat who like own the game on PC. You can shoot the Nemesis missiles down? Oh, you can? I was trying to use like the dodge, and then when I just couldn't do that at all for like the rockets specifically, I was trying to like run around them, but they fly so fast and he tracks so aggressively while aiming it that there's no way to run around it. Wesker's a good boy, nothing suspicious about him. But false, it wasn't just a spider. It was the big buffed up spider that is the boss fight. Fucker. Boss spider, not just a normal one. I'm a console player, so the player base is like 8 people unironically a month. Man, it's crazy. I was saying that it's crazy to me that the servers are still online, but people brought up that the servers might just be tied to something else, and it made me realize that they're probably tied to the MGS5 servers, which is why they're still up. Because I was saying on stream after the Survive review went up, I'm like, I'm shocked that the servers are even still online with how few people are playing it. But it's definitely because the servers are tied to something else, probably MGS5. The man wearing all black and a pair of sunglasses at night is a totally good guy. I would think so. I don't know why I wouldn't. Sorry, thank you Blaze and Frank White for the subs. Appreciate it. I'm just doing the yapping thing like again. It's normal. If you haven't been here, I get a little distracted. But also, hello, Frederick. He's the leader of Alpha Team. Oh, man.
What?
I just remembered
It
that.
must be a S.T.A.R.S radio. It's a little bit broken, but it might still be usable. I'll take it with me.
What does this last word come out to? Hold on. Everyone wears sunglasses at night. Yes, of course. Carrot. Thank you for the sub, German Carrot. Appreciate it. Guess Wesker dropped his radio. I don't know, man. I don't know who's... Hunters are coming, and I have no health and a shotgun. I might just run from this first one. Oh, but then there's the second one anyway. We'll give it a good shot. Oh no, I didn't save after Plant 42 because I wasn't thinking about the hunters yet. Oh god. We might be a little fucked. I'll be real. Maybe I should just munch the herb. Maybe I should just munch the herb. I think maybe I should. I'm gonna munch the herb. I don't want my head taken off. Fuck off! You bitch. Stay back. Ha!
What are they? Monsters? Rebecca! Is she still in the house?
Okay. First hunter down. They are fucking everywhere now. So this is about to be fun. At least someone in chat taught me that, what's it? They only do the leaping attack in the event that you're not at full health. For some reason, if you are at full health, they won't do the leaping attack, the insta-kill, like, take your head off attack. But at anything, like, if you're even 1 point below full health, then they'll do it. That's apparently how it works. Henry, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Which is why I munched the herb. Because now, until I get hit, assuming that info was good, they shouldn't be able to insta-kill me until I take some form of damage from something else. So it was a safety herb munch. Based on some high-level knowledge that I never had until like 2 weeks ago. Rebecca's fine. Don't worry about Rebecca, okay? Don't worry about it. The infamous Doom Bible. Yes. Yes, of course. It's that Doom Bible, by the way. Not just random Doom book. It's the Doom Bible. Don't worry about... It's not like we need the best ending or anything. Fuck! Don't take my head off. Ah, fuck you. I'm gonna need more herbs. We are gonna need more herbs. There is a note here. Put some bullets in the back room. Use them in case of trouble, Wesker. Not Barry this time. Barry's fucking dead in the Chris run. Assumedly. We don't know that, but like, he has to be. But yes, thank you, Wesker, for the shells and the first aid spray. And what else? Anything? Oh, that's... Oh, and a pistol clip. Can chop the arm off too? They can't. I've never seen that. They might be able to. But I've never seen an arm chop from them. Oh, I was gonna drop, yeah, the Magnum rounds. I should definitely save before I continue here. Wait. What? What? Is it the arm chop? I've never seen the arm get taken off. Yeah, I've only ever seen them chop your head off. Is that surprising? Is it a common move? Drop a save. In case of insta-death. Although I did eat a green herb just to hope. Are they scarier, he says. They have an insta-kill attack, DS. They're always scary. Remake or not. Okay. Let's go up top. I'm just trying to think, like, I need to be tactical in my movements around the mansion because there are so many hunters everywhere. And if I go all over the place, I'm gonna end up burning all my shotgun ammo. Fuck. I'm just gonna hope this one behind me doesn't aggro. It never did. It never did. Yeah, RE1 canon is super weird. It's one of those, like, bits and pieces of both scenarios are canon. Neither scenario is fully canon. Like, the only way to really understand what did happen in the events of RE1 are just to purely go off of what gets brought up in the later games. Ooh! I should probably munch. Safety munch. Fuck. Oh, what? You're gonna take 5? Oh, ooh. Sometimes when they take off your head, your arm comes off too. Interesting. They killed me a lot on every playthrough. I'm surprised that I haven't been killed yet by a hunter on either run. Especially the Chris run. Chris having only the shotgun when he first gets back to the mansion makes the hunters even worse. Because at least Jill can 1 or 2 shot them with the bazooka. I still can't believe Leon A in Resi 2 isn't canon. Yeah, like I said, there's a couple things in Leon A that are, but largely it's Claire B, or sorry, Claire A, Leon B. My bad. Oh shit, you're on this side? Doesn't he go on the other? That's fine. Maybe it's not fine. I'm almost out of ammo. Oh, he's gonna take 5 shots. Holy shit. Down to 14 shells. 3 videos about the first 3 RE games. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, you fucking bitch. Did that shot come out? It did. I saw the little puff. Ooh, that was the... That was the head leap. It was a dud. Fuck. It was a good effort. Stay away from me. I'm big braining here. Start with disc 2. Yeah, that's why I mentioned it. It's just for people who might like go and play it because they've been watching videos on it. Rebecca!
Rebecca!
His performance might have been better than mine.
Rebecca!
Chris!
Thank God you're safe.
I'm sorry that you were worried about me.
We are in great danger. We must organize a search for the others and get the hell out of here. Understood?
Yes, sir!
Okay, I'll go first. Proceed with your own judgment. All right? Can you do it?
Yes, I can!
Good luck.
Yes, once again, as you guys can tell, these two are completely human. Definitely not aliens. Definitely not. 100% not aliens. As you can clearly tell. Fuck, give me 4 green herbs. I need them. What stream tomorrow? Ace Combat, I think. I have it written down. It's just not in the YouTube system yet. I think Ace Combat tomorrow. So bad it's good. It's so wonderfully terrible. 100% agree. I mentioned it in the RE3 video, so some of you guys might have already picked up on this. And I think I mentioned it once on stream as well, but I've gotten so many comments on the RE1 and 2 video telling me that the voice acting in these games are actually good and that I'm just like overly picky. And one in particular that said that the voice acting in Resident Evil 2 is like phenomenal. And I just... What? Like, of all the things I've said in the RE videos, the voice acting comments were probably like the last thing that I expected to get pushback on. Because I always, like, there's always 1 or 2 things a video that I'm like, people are not going to agree with this. But I did not expect it to be the voice acting. What are the best so bad it's good voice acting games? I genuinely feel like RE1 is like peak so bad it's good voice acting. Because it's also the dialogue at times. Like, it's not even always... what's it called? It's not even always just the voice acting. Sometimes it's legitimately just like, yeah, as bad as the voice acting is, the script is also bad in RE1. It's like a poorly translated script, not in the sense that it doesn't get the point across or like the English is broken or anything like that, but just it sounds awkward. Like it's poorly translated in the sense of like it works, but it's just not really how native English speakers sound, right? It's one of those. Was good by 1998 standards? I don't know, man. Because, like, I don't think so. I think it maybe if we're talking console games, I could kind of get behind that one. But, like, I can think of a lot of 90s, like, PC games that definitely had better voice acting. Like, even fucking System Shock, the first one, had better voice acting. 98 was Metal Gear Solid, but RE2 came out in like January of 1998. Yeah, Fallout had good voice acting. System Shock had it. Thief had good voice acting. Fallout 2 specifically, for the record, not 1. Big difference in voice acting quality. Oh fuck. I knew it was somewhere. It was behind me. Oh my god. This is a shit show. This is bad. Oh, for fuck. Oh, I'm fumbling. Oh, I'm fumbling. Fuck, there goes my head. God damn it. What a bad situation. What a terrible situation to get in. Sandwiched by hunters. Oh my god. And then I just panicked. You want stars? I'll give you stars is pure gold and the biggest omission in the remake. I don't know. I think the biggest voice line omission in the remake might have been, nice to meet you, lady. That might be my favorite in RE3. Oh no, actually, my favorite in RE3 is not nice to meet you, lady. That would be my second favorite. My favorite is, what is it? Mikhail, do you have some sort of death wish? And then he... I can't stop just because I'm wounded. That exchange, both of those lines, like happening back to back, that's probably my favorite in RE3. I forgot about that scene until my recent playthrough. I always think of Carlos, nice to meet you, lady. But that exchange between Jill and Mikhail is actual top tier. That is gold. Do you have some sort of death wish? It's the pause. She has, like, if you haven't played it, there's this long pause between death, like between the two parts of Death Wish. She actually goes Death Wish, and it's really awkward. John, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Fuck. Oh, for fuck's sake. We don't have a ton of shotgun shells to go around, big guy. Okay, that's just bullshit. That would have taken my head off again. That would have been death number 3. I'm dipping. He is moving towards me for sure. He aggroed there. Do you think we can see Tyrant now? It's one of those, like, just a really weird pause followed by a really stiff delivery. And I get it when it's like PS1 like reading pause, right? Like, because PS1 had to have these long gaps between voice lines to load in the audio files. I get that. That was just like a system thing. But when it's one voice line and it's legitimately just the voice actor taking a really long pause and they decide to use that take anyway, that's when it's funny. I mean, it's always kind of funny, admittedly, but yeah, it's when it's actually just the voice actor having a weird pause that I start to actually call it out. I love 90s Carlos. I like 90s Carlos. I love remake Carlos. Now they're immortalized in gaming history. Yeah, I loved seeing those interviews of the RE1 actors. And I think it was Rebecca's actress who said, like, none of us really even knew what we were shooting that day. And she legit, like, didn't even know that she was in, like, one of the best-selling video games of the 90s until, like, 2 years ago, when people started to tell her that she was in it. Like, she genuinely has gone the majority of her life since shooting RE1 without even knowing how significant of a role she played in it. Like, that was kind of mind-blowing. And she's not the only one of the actors who had that sort of experience. Like, none of them really knew what they were even doing that day. Holy fuck. Yeah, using a shotgun against hunters. I can't wait to get that Magnum. The game does give you more shotgun ammo very soon after this, so depleting it isn't the... I just fired off again. Depleting it here isn't the worst. It ultimately, in my opinion, is a good play. Holy fuck. In fact, there goes my head. Fuck. Because if you use all your shotgun ammo here, you'll get a bunch of shells right after this for zombies anyway. And then that just kind of continues. And you have more magnum rounds for bosses later on. You don't have to use the shotgun against the tyrant, for example. But they weren't in demand for more work at... I wonder why. Sorry. But also... let's be real. She had a bad experience shooting it. Yeah, I know that Jill's actress like doesn't even do interviews or anything. They did find her like a few years ago. I remember she was the one that that took so long to find. Jill was like the one outstanding actor from the game. Actually, I think Joseph. Have we found Joseph? I say we. Has the community found Joseph yet? I think he might be the one that's still outstanding. But I know that Jill took like almost the longest to find at the very least. And then once people did find her and get in contact with her, she just wants nothing to do with any of it. Like she's not even doing interviews or anything. She was basically like, yes, that was me. But I don't want to get into this. Which is unfortunate because Jill is probably the most iconic RE1 character. Other than, of course, Barry motherfucking Burton. We all know who the real best character in RE1 is. Jill's a close second. Fuck me. Oh my god. Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh my god! Oh, the shotgun's empty. Oh my god. No, please, I'm red. I'm red. Oh, I'm alive. Oh, there's a death. God damn it. Yeah, hunters versus shotgun. It's rough. This is about how the review playthrough went of this section of the game as Chris. This isn't unexpected. I was actually surprised how well it was going for the first run through. Hunters for the third time. So far, 4 deaths total. 1 as Jill to the spider boss, which was such a stupid death. 3 legit, just like, yeah, that was brutal moments as Chris with hunters, of course. I don't even know how many deaths I took to hunters during the review playthrough. I know that I died 3 times just trying to even get to this save room right here. I had 3 clips of footage of me getting my head lobbed off right in this corner by the hunter at the bottom of the stairs. I think it took me like 4 attempts to even get to that save room. And then I think I died a couple more times trying to get through the mansion. So probably like 6 hunter deaths at this point as Chris doing the review. Bitch. Don't jump. Thank you. That was way cleaner. Bro, I just looked away. The hunters, they'll fuck you up if you don't have a bazooka or a magnum. Oh my god, he jumped! They get iframes on the jump for some fucking reason. I was early. I tried to guess. I felt the jump coming. I tried to get ahead of it. You see what I mean? They get iframes on the jump. Ooh, that was the head lob. Oh, wait. This hunter has caught me in the corner. Yeah, every time. Because right about when I kill that first one, he's right there. Oh, fuck. 5 shots on this one. All right. Yeah, but even before they're, like, on the startup animation, before they're even off the ground, they're invincible. Just as soon as the animation starts, you can't hit them. The head lob attack, where they kind of leap more horizontally at you, that one you can shoot them out of the air. But the actual, like, big upward leap, you can't. They're just invincible during it. It's like a film. Is Outbreak canon? I've heard mixed things on this over the years, and I've never played it personally. But I know a couple of, like, plot points from it. But I've heard it's kind of in, like, dubious canon, where there's nothing that, like, conflicts with it, but it also doesn't affect anything else in, like, the broader RE lore. So we can't really confirm that it is canon necessarily. That's what I've heard. But I personally just don't know. 3? Well, don't mind if I do. I am low. I'm gonna need to munch this herb the next time I get swiped at, which is going to be very soon because this hunter's in the fucking corner. They give this guy a free hit because some characters are referenced. Oh. If you know he's there and you go for the shot instantly, it's not a free hit for him. Fuck. First one down. Oh, he's taking his time. Don't worry about him. The hunter is just playing a different game than you. Yeah, clearly. Oh, fuck. That was just me being bad. There are shells in the room up here, so I'm not worried about killing this one now. I want this clear anyway. Oh my god, it did the shell thing. I got a blank. If they hit you while you shoot, you can get a blank shot. Infuriating. I didn't know that before today, but that's the second time it's happened. I like how all the music changes. I like how it's so subtle that I genuinely didn't realize the music changed until, genuinely when I was editing the review and I went to, like, use the OST as background music. That's when I found out. Oh, they mentioned an Outbreak character in RE7 of all things. Okay. So I guess it is canon then. What do you know? We've got 12 shells, and once I get the Magnum, we'll have 18 Magnum shots. Which is gonna be a fucking godsend for this portion of the game. Give. Thank you. The hunters are legit playing a different game, though. I don't get any dodge Hell, even when they give me a dodge in these games, I don't get iframes. The fuck? I didn't even think about that until just now. They give me a dodge like 2 games from now. It doesn't get iframes. It doesn't get iframes. I got smacked out of that dodge so many times. Fucking nemesis. I do like the dodge in RE3. I was never good with it until I just actually, like, sat down and gave it a good go during the playthrough last week. I did get pretty good at the dodging. I'm probably gonna lose it before getting back to Nemesis on stream. Hopefully not. Because I've always agreed with people who are like, yeah, the dodge is super wonky and not really worth, like, dedicating your time to learning. Because it's weird anyway. But man, I got so much good use out of it during that review playthrough, I might die. Corner positioning, bitch. Yeah, I knew I was gonna be red there. That scared the shit out of me.
Rebecca!
Chris!
Thank God you're safe.
I'm sorry that you were worried about me.
We are in great danger. We must organize a search for the others and get the hell out of here. Understood?
Yes, sir!
Okay, I'll go first. Proceed with your own judgment. All right? Can you do it?
Yes, I can!
Good luck.
What do you mean with canon? It's kind of a weird term to describe. It's basically like whether the story of like one entry in a franchise, how would I describe it, man? It's kind of weird to verbally describe. Or this is emulated. There's so much upscaling and like visual fixes going on. This is emulated. DuckStation works miracles. It really does. It's beyond impressive what this emulator can do to these old games. I know some people don't like, did it actually happen? Yes. Like, is it still Can I get a definition? Surely. Okay, well, the word comes from religious use. Like in the Christian church, here's something that a lot of people probably don't know. Like in the Christian church, there are a ton of holy books within the Christian faith that are considered non-canon and are not included in the Bible, and they've instead been put into other collections like the Apocrypha and the Pseudepigrapha. Because hundreds of years ago, the Catholic and the Orthodox churches kind of sat down with all the holy books they had at the time and realized that some of them might not be, I guess, reputable enough. Like they might not be sourced well enough from like figures of the faith way back, because you know how like a lot of New Testament books, well, if you know Christianity, were written by like the saints if you're Catholic or Orthodox, or just the disciples if you're not. So basically they were like, okay, some of these books might not be legit. So they kind of sat down and cut a lot of them out. That's kind of where the term comes from, at least to my understanding. I think that's the oldest use of the term. But nowadays, in like media, it's like, trying to think of a good example from the channel. Snake's Revenge, the NES sequel to the original Metal Gear, is not canon because the story is completely different from Metal Gear 2, but it takes place at the same time, and it was written by people other than Hideo Kojima. Kojima had nothing to do with Snake's Revenge. So they were kind of like, okay, this didn't actually take place. This is like in its own little bubble, continuity-wise. It's a weird word to describe because I looked up the definition and I got like the biblical, like the Christian definition. Oh, here's one that is for fiction. The works of a particular author or artist that are recognized as genuine. That they were concerned considering most people couldn't read if they wanted. What, you mean with like the churches hundreds of years ago? I guess it was also in terms of like what they were teaching, right? Like they kind of went, wait a minute. What if these like aren't legit and we are teaching them as being like sacred, holy teachings. That would be bad for us. Oh God. I almost want to say like they thought it would be bad in terms of just, oh, well, we don't want to teach things that are wrong. But this was also around the same time that the Catholic Church was selling indulgences. So, you know. Give me that. I need that. And if you don't, indulgences, if you're not very well versed in the history of the Christian faith, the Catholic Church would literally sell you, like for money, like paper from high up figures in the church that would say like, oh, this family member of yours that passed away recently, they're in purgatory right now, but if you buy this from the church, like if you pay the church, we can take some of their purgatory sentence off and they will suffer less in the afterlife. Which is why I'm like, I want to say that they almost did the like canon versus non-canon thing out of like genuine goodwill for like the faith. But then again, that was that time period in the church. So who the fuck knows? Never been the Catholic. Hey, you said it, brother. For the record, I'm Christian. Before anyone gets like overly offended at this, just to have it out there, I am Christian. It's just I'm willing to acknowledge where the church in the past may have made mistakes and where they currently make mistakes. Pay us money. Like if you put it into context outside of like, oh yeah, my grandpa passed of like old age, you put it into like context that surely would have happened where it's like a mother lost their child and then the church was like, oh yeah, they're in purgatory, but they could be there for a shorter amount of time if you bought this. Like how fucked up is that? Genuine, like how actually fucked is that? It's crazy to think about. Only 1 or 2 shots? Yeah, the Magnum will 2-shot them. Can it 1-shot them? I feel like it's very consistently 2. Forgiveness papers for sin? Yeah. There was also that. Not 100% knowledgeable with its history. The Catholic Church has a really weird history. Definitely one of the more interesting ones out of like the various denominations and churches. Orthodox Church has a really interesting too. Interesting history. Forgot a word there. Joseph, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. I'm a big mythology and religion nerd for people who are newer to me. So especially with like history of my own faith, yeah, I'm a big nerd for that shit. I don't know why. It's one of those things that I'm like, I don't know where I got this interest from. I've just kind of always had it. Like language as well. I get really into studying language for some reason. So I've studied a bunch of different languages, like independently, recreationally over the years, where I'm like somewhat conversational in a bunch of them, but not very good at any of them, because I just really like figuring out like how different languages work and like the history behind them. Like how culturally the language came to be formed in like its modern iteration. I don't know why I'm so into that shit, but I find it so interesting. Those are like my absolute nerdiest things probably, says the guy who does video essays on games. But genuinely. I'm doing the Forbidden forbidden art of dropping a save on my last ink ribbon. Pray for me. Medieval history. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that I'm not just more of a general history nerd, to be honest. Because you'd kind of think, right? But it's like recently, like this year, the language I've been studying is Japanese. So learning stuff like, you know, how kanji came to be. Okay, thank you, Streamlabs bot, for protecting us. Learning things like about how the kanji writing system came to be, or the katakana writing system, like that shit's fascinating to me. I don't know why. You think 14 magnum shots should be enough for Yawn? We're gonna be cutting it close if I drop this hunter. 15 magnum shots. There's the answer to my question. It can be a one-shot with the magnum. What do you know? You'll need to pay me first? Aw, shit, man. We're going old school with this. It's really weird looking back on some of that stuff. I guess it's not that weird, right? You put anyone in such a position, any like human, I mean, in such a position of authority, inevitably it's going to get abused and used for like either reputational or monetary gain at some point. It's kind of just inevitable. I accept credit cards and installments. Payment plans? He's back with a couple wounds on him. It's been a long night for both of us, Yawn. Oh, God. Leave me alone. Ah, fuck. Can I get as lucky as I did the first time? Why did he turn that way? That was fucking weird. Did I just get a blank I did. I thought I saw the puff. It can happen with the magnum too. Great. Oh, God. Please. This room is so much worse than the first fight. Without the pillar here to break him up. Yeah, we get that. Oh, God. And then the angles. Huh? What? He's shimmying around my shots. Oh, fuck. I'm just getting pulled wherever we're going. He's got to be close to dead. That missed. Please. Oh, fuck. Really? I guess we did get a blank magnum shot. Take me. Take my life. Okay, now you stop attacking. Awesome. This is great. Does he always do that? I think it's just been a really long time since I actually died to Yawn. I have to go now. It's 4:38 in the Philippines. We'll see you around, John. Have a good rest of your night. Oh no, Vor? Why did you have to? Now that you said it, you're gonna bring those people out, man. You just can't say the word out loud. You know, it's one of those things where we can all quietly realize that that's what we're seeing, but we just don't say it out loud. Those people are already here. God damn it. Do I have to bring the knife? Oh, I can bring the... Beretta, 15 Beretta shots will definitely go further than one shotgun shell, right? I don't know the damage numbers in this game, but surely. Yeah, because zombies die in one shot from the shotgun, so... yeah, probably. Oh, but am I gonna get the same Hunter RNG here? Please give me another one shot. Fuck. 2 it is. Ah, shit. I can run back after we use the key, and I can grab the clips. You fool, they're magazine- shut up. I don't want to hear it. How does your character know when the key becomes useless? Obviously, they just have super cop intuition. Surely. They just know. We're gonna go grab the clips. Maybe I shouldn't have burned all the shotgun shells so fast. Well, I do 2 beta. 1.5 is an interesting one. Like, maybe that could be one of those things where it could be like a bonus video, just if the series does well enough and I want to squeeze one more out, like near the end. What the remakes are all getting their own videos, like as we get to them. Just release order things, but yes, the remakes are all getting videos. 1.5, maybe. Maybe 1.5. Killing Yawn with the pistol is going to be the sketchiest thing I've done in this game in a very long time. Better than the knife, though, for sure. Just, it's going to be uncomfortable. Should have saved more shells. I kind of wasn't thinking about Yawn, to be honest with you. It probably is the same crowd of people, huh? Second attempt. I genuinely think that that's the first time I've died to Yawn in years. Because I'm normally so worried about Yawn that I just bring, like, every fucking healing item imaginable. How did that second one miss? The first one, sure, but the second one is crazy. That missed. What the fuck? I got one more. That missed. That missed. What? Oh my god, I'm stuck. What a shimmy. Oh, this is not the move. Uh-oh. What the fuck? How did that miss? All right, boys, Beretta time. What? Oops. Yes! And we're in the red. Holy shit. The game is screwing you over? I'm not gonna say it. But genuinely, what the fuck? What was that, like 3 Magnum rounds and 2 pistol rounds that just completely whiffed when they really shouldn't have? No auto lock here because RE2 does not have auto lock until later. Is it RE2 didn't get a director's cut, but it got a dual shock, right? OG RE2 still didn't have it. I think DualShock did. Wait, it's a control type in RE2? What? Wait. Are you telling me that all these years, all I've had to do on Resident Evil 2 to get the auto aim was just change the control type? Are you being serious? Confirmed, Yawn has invulnerable DP. Fuck me, man. Why was my shotgun, I guess, just because I was going fast. That's where my ink ribbons would go. Whoa, hold on. Yes, I am. That's insane. I don't know how to process this information. These are the symptoms of me, like, always loving the Resident Evil games, but never getting too into the online community around them. Because I've always, like, spread out replays of these games. Not when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I could really barely even complete them to begin with. But, like, in the last decade, like, I try to go a really long time between replays of each specific one so that I don't, like, memorize where the items are, right? So I've never gotten into, like, just speedrunning the games over and over. I've never really gotten into the online community around them. And yeah, that's news to me. What the fuck? It's just always been in there. You just have to change the control type. Okay. Thank you, Capcom. Speaking of Invincible DP, when does Terry come out? Does anyone know? Does anyone in chat? Street Fighter 6. Terry's coming out in a couple things soon. I forget. When is Terry coming to Street Fighter? Someone throw me a bone with this one. Check control type here. Chat, does RE1 have auto aim? Tomorrow? You're full of shit. It's not tomorrow. The 24th. I knew you were full of shit. What does that say? Full Metal Prison? Hold on, I've never looked at the gravestone this upscaled before. Is that what that said? Yeah, that says Full Metal Prison. What? 1993 to 1994. Oh, hello. Man, I'm getting weird input stuff in DuckStation lately. Like, genuinely, it started 2 days ago. It's gotta be a weird controller with emulator thing. Because I've never had this until recently. And I'm not having it on other games we're playing right now. He's actually dead. Terry's on the 24th. He looks so fun in Street Fighter 6, man. He looks so fun. I'm gonna just use the pistol ammo while I'm carrying it. There's not gonna be many moments where I'm looking to use the Beretta for the rest of the game anyway, so might as well stock up some shells. Some shells. I'm pissed about RE2 auto aim. I can't believe this. I always thought RE3 was the first NA RE game to have it. Oh shit. Might be input type. Couldn't be. This music really freaked me out. The music is still great in this game. For like that just very slightly unsettling, creepy atmosphere they're going. As a kid, the game just flat out scared the shit out of me. Oh God, that scared me a little bit. Oh, he's still alive. But even now, like the music does do just enough to like kind of creep you out a little bit. Even with how like cartoonish everything is, right? Where the starting pistol is 100% useless at some point. I feel like RE2 is the same way. I definitely feel like RE2 is the same way. Should make a Street Fighter versus Resident Evil, where you can play it like a fighting game, but also a Resident Evil. I was gonna say, what's it? I was gonna say Marvel versus Capcom exists, where you've got Street Fighter characters as well as like Chris, Jill, Leon. Director's cut has auto lock. That doesn't surprise me. This version doesn't. Oh my God, he's moving fast. Hold on, is that a small key right there? You guys know what that means. We can go back to the guardhouse and open up that drawer. After getting the stock, the pistol's always useful. I think with Leon for sure. Not because the pistol isn't useful with either of the characters, but what's it called? With Leon, you have so much shotgun ammo past like the RPD, to be honest. At least when the hunters... Oh my God, they both jumped. Oh my God, I'm sandwiched. Oh, fuck me. Stay back, demons. Holy shit, he's cooking. That's bullshit. Ooh. That was the controller thing again. Oh my sweet Jesus. This is a bad idea. I agree. Oh my God. Fuck it. Ha ha! Ooh, that was the lob. Oh shit, bad shot. That's the death sound. They're both dead. We kill hunters with the Beretta now. That's what we do here. Fuck. There go my shotgun shells again, but worth it. That hallway is safe now. Had to use walkthroughs for so much of it though. It definitely, like, on a first run, it can be kind of hard to know where the key items go in some cases. I feel like RE1, I don't remember with remake. I feel like RE1, it's pretty straightforward. RE2, it's probably less straightforward with RE2, but still not bad. I even had a couple moments playing RE3 recently, like last week, where I was pretty confused for a bit. I got close to looking stuff up. I never got all the way to needing to look something up, but the fire hose thing in RE3, I almost had to look that up. I was very confused at that point in the game where I had like 2 of the parts to get the tram running, but not the last one. Like I didn't have the thing to mix the oil. So it was, I was pretty close. But I never quite got there. An XCOM styled RPG for Resident Evil would be awesome. I feel like that would work pretty well. I would probably agree with that one. I'm trying to think what you could do with it. Yeah, it would work pretty well, actually. As long as the zombies are threatening enough. Is it in DualShock where you can play battle mode? Yeah, DualShock has battle mode. This coming spooky season? That's pretty close. 2 Remake is great. There's a discussion to be had with 2 Remake about how much it cuts from the original game. But it really, on its own merit, is just such a phenomenal game on the whole. I recommend it a lot, especially if you're like relatively new to Resi and the tank controls aren't your thing so much. 2 Remake is like perfect. You get the survival horror elements all there. Play on hardcore mode if you're looking to challenge yourself. If you're looking for a more casual run, just do the normal difficulty. But if you liked the difficulty in RE1 Remake, then definitely just start out on hardcore. It'll be a little tough, but it'll feel very similar to the 1 Remake, difficulty-wise. Give me that herb. I can't leave an herb behind. Never left an herb behind in my life. 2 Remake is the best remake. I think it depends how you're looking at it. If you're looking at what's the best remake, it's probably 1 or 4. But if you're looking at like what is the best game if you're not comparing them to the original, I think it probably is 2. Yeah, I'm going with that. I'm gonna stick with that. Like if it's comparing how they remake the original game, then 1 or 4 would probably be the picks for like best remake. But if you're just looking at the 4 remakes, like which of those is the best game, I would probably pick 2. Because if you just look past like the cut content and stuff from the original in 2, it's just such a good game. I feel similar to 3, honestly. I think 3 Remake is still a really fun game. Like, I can totally see if you never played the original Nemesis and you played the remake of it, you'd probably still love that game. Also, Cobra, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. You think they remake 1? I don't think they're going to remake 1 again. It could happen, but I think the chances are incredibly slim that they ever do that. I know some leak came out about it. I've looked at it. It doesn't seem very legit to me. I know a lot of people are acting like it is. I personally don't believe so. Man, I've used almost all of my my first aid sprays. That's crazy. I'm realizing I don't have an ink ribbon. They could port RE1 Remake to PC. They did. It's on Steam. I don't have an ink ribbon. Okay, chat. Chat. Here's what we're gonna do, okay? Because it's about that time. And luckily, let it be known, I am only doing this for content purposes. Okay? I'm gonna save state. It is stream end time. We will forgive you a save state. It's end time. I got work to go and get done, but I don't have ink ribbons. So I'm gonna save state just for the stream's sake. If I die at the beginning of next stream, I will not use the save state. I won't load back to it. It's purely because I'm on a schedule and I have to go. And content. No one wants to see me rerun like the last 20 minutes just because no ink ribbon. Actually, there's probably someone. Most people don't. So, cheater, get him. I'm gonna save state after I end. I'm gonna do it. In fact, I'll do it right now. Boom, I did it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing, what are we doing? We're doing Armored Core. We're doing Ace Combat, Metal Gear. I'm finishing up Elden Ring DLC relatively soon. We're doing a lot of stuff. Come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a like. Algorithm stuff. You know how it goes. Oh, hiccup. That hit me in the middle of the sentence. If you're looking for links to anything outside of YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever. They're all down there. If you haven't seen the RE3 review yet, or any of the RE reviews that we've been doing, I have the playlist in the pinned message at the top of chat. It's got all 3 of them. We've done 1, 2, and 3. And next week, there will be a video that will not be Code Veronica, like most people think. But that's all I'm saying, officially. Anyway, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.